Good morning, it's good to see you. Some say Australia was built on the back of sheep. I would argue it was built on the back of convicts. I'm in Fremantle, Perth. During the 1800s, 43 voyages brought 9,000 convicts here. That's what, over 200 people in a wooden leaky boat, 3 months from England to Fremantle. They say travel's hard now. They used to keep them up there in what they call the roundhouse, along with other local miscreants. Let's have a look around Fremantle. The surest way to find out about the place you're visiting is to ask a local, and Sally has been kind enough to do so. I saw you get out of your car. Lovely bag, by the way, Sally. That's just outstanding. Did you make it yourself?
No.
No? I love the way it matches your glasses, your lipstick and everything. You're well matched. Fremantle, Sally, how long have you lived here?
About 20 years.
Oh, really? From where?
Well, I used to live in Dalkeith, which is just another suburb up there.
Yes.
But I sold the big old family house and came here.
And what's the attraction for you in Fremantle?
Well, at the moment, you've got the boat race. And I live right down on the water down there in an old Victorian office.
Oh, lovely.
And so I like the old buildings.
Yes.
They haven't all been knocked over here.
Yeah.
And they do have events.
Yes.
Yeah, and when you get old, you don't want to be in an old boring place. You want to be somewhere a bit more.
Couldn't agree with you more.
Yeah, so that's here.
Sally, I get the impression that you're quite creative. Would I be right in assuming that?
I'm a landscape designer, yeah.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, I am creative, I suppose.
Where do you get your greatest source of happiness from, Sally? Can I ask you that?
Of course. From things I see that are inspiring. You know, when you see things that you think, tree. Fabulous trees do it for me.
Are you married? Do you have a family?
I've been married. I've got a partner now. I've got a family.
Is he an artist?
No.
No?
No, I've always bought the art. And I choose people that are serious and totally non-creative. It's strange, yeah.
Yes, well, they say the opposites attract, don't they?
I think it's true. Yeah, for me it's true.
Well, I think having a partner that's just a mirror of yourself is quite predictable in a way, isn't it?
Yeah. God, you couldn't have two of me.
What do you think would be your most frustrating character trait, Sandy?
Meanness.
Mean? You don't?
Oh, not on mine.
Oh,
I'm not mean.
No.
But for other people or for me.
For you, what do you think is
me?
your worst personality trait? Well, perhaps might frustrate.
No, yes. It was for if I can't be on time.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Like to be punctual?
Yeah, if I can, it's hard for me.
Well, it's hard for you.
Yeah.
You're right. I suffer from a little bit of ADHD.
Oh, do you? Love ADHD people.
Oh, look, the focus is horrible. Don't ask me to clean the house.
No.
I'll start one thing and then I'll be on to 6 other things.
Right.
And but look,
I understand it.
I appreciate people who are punctual, and I appreciate people who take the time to talk to me on the street. Thank you so much.
You've
been very kind. Thank you.
Have the best time.
You too.
Yeah.
Bye-bye. Thank you. We're starting to get into the thick of it now in Fremantle. Don't you just love walking past little bars and restaurants and seeing the fiddles out? Apart from Fremantle itself today, I often get asked the question, Wayne, how are you so positive all the time? And I think I've got a bit of an answer for that, but we'll get to that shortly. This place here was once called the New Orleans Bar, and in 1992 on a Friday night, if you came here, you'd see me. That's me, the irresistible fella sitting on the floor. Perth in the 90s was a lot of fun for me. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce you to what can only be described as a man who is an institution in Fremantle, Chookie. It's been a long time, mate. How are you?
I'm good, bro. Yourself?
Yeah, good. How's the wife? How's the kids?
Yeah, we're all right, mate. Everyone's rolling pretty good.
Are you getting away in the caravan at all? Getting up to Jarrow?
Not yet. We're sort of going to be doing that soon.
Yeah. How many years now, Chookie, on the streets of Freo?
23, I think.
23 years?
22 or 23, yeah.
It's unreal.
That's a long time.
It's a long time.
But I was born here, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, you're just part of it.
I just feel like I'm at home, like always. It's all good, brother. You have a good day, huh? Yeah, you too. Don't worry, my man. But
Chookie, what do you reckon makes a happy life? What?
Well, a bit of music, a bit of slap and tickle with the missus and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And just be happy, mate, you know?
Yeah.
If you can't be happy, you got to find it, you know?
You do have to look for it, don't you?
And that's what I'm here for, you know? I mean, I see a lot of people come up to me and say, man, you're unreal, you're really good. And I say, look, man, I'm just here for you guys.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, if you don't smile and say that shit, I'm not going to be doing anything, you know what I mean?
It's all about other people, isn't it? It's got to be.
More than myself, of course, you know?
Yeah.
If you're thinking about yourself, well, then you can't walk around and be normal, can you?
No, it's too much in your head, Chookie.
Yeah, I've got enough shit in my head.
So what's the plan, mate? You're one of these guys I know who is probably some of the happiest people I've ever met. You just every day doing something you love is enough.
That's enough, bro. I mean, at the moment, you know, things are running smooth at the moment. I've got a management now that looks after me a bit, and he gets me a few more gigs than I was getting. Yeah. And yeah, it's really cool. It's turning out all right. And actually, this year's a pretty good year. Last year I got a bit crook, but that was all right. I got over that.
Got through that all right?
Oh yeah. I didn't think I was gonna, but I did.
Yeah, what was wrong?
I had a hole in my intestine.
Gee, did that take an operation or all that?
Well, it healed itself, and then I had an ulcer in there as well.
Oh, really?
So I went down there with the, you know, the camera and whatever, and endoscopy as they call it, even though it's not the end, it's the beginning. But they went in there, and they zapped whatever was in there. And
you good now?
yeah, I had a little bit of pancreas trouble, but nothing that's going to keep me down, you know. And I've got to go to the doctor actually on Monday. Yeah. Yeah, he's going to.
I'm trying to give up smokes, Chookie.
I did.
You're joking.
I did 3-4 months ago now.
If Chookie can do it, I can do it. Chookie was always hanging off a cigarette. That's brilliant.
Well, I got crook. I went to the hospital and tried to find out what's going on, and no one could figure it out anything, you know. And then I went home and the missus said, "Go, give me a drag." Oh, mate. You know, it just tastes like poop, you know, it was horrible. Yeah, good. So I just stopped from this. That's it. That's me. I'm gone, you know.
Good for you.
And I just can't be bothered wasting money on it.
No, I agree.
It's going to taste like that. Cigarettes used to taste all right. Now they taste like some sort of char. You know? Yeah. All
right, Chookie. It's always just such a pleasure to see you, mate. I just love catching up with you.
No worries, brother.
You just always brighten up my day, you know.
Yeah, same, brother.
Thanks, buddy. See ya.
No worries. You take care.
Hey, Wayne.
I made a short documentary with Chookie probably 4 years ago now. I should drag that up and show you. Yeah, sorry, I was just... Remember that bar I told you I was playing at back in '92 every Friday night? This is the guy that used to own it. Albert, how are you?
I'm doing bloody good. Long time no see. The beard makes a difference.
It does.
I'm old, but I'm not dead. Are you ready?
He's probably one of the biggest characters in Fremantle.
He money. He's going to give me some money. Keeps me alive.
Who?
The money.
The money?
There you go. I give the money to the birds.
What are you selling? What are you flogging?
I'm selling bird whistles. I'm selling the famous Australian kookaburra caller.
Albert, what's the secret to life? What makes a person happy?
Making other people happy.
It's got to be about that, doesn't it?
Well, mate, I'm 75, eh?
You're not 75, eh?
Come on, give me a... I didn't have a shave this morning, it's okay. Now look at this Chie babe, she wants my telephone number and my address already. She said he's old, but he's not dead yet.
I can tell you a few stories about the early 90s about that. Albert, good to see you, thanks.
But hang on before you go.
Right.
Check out this bird. There you go, that's yours, darling. Go away and annoy people. See you later, go. Take it easy.
Thanks, Albert. Oh, the old stomping grounds. It's good to bump into them. Did you know a bit of a theme building with these people that I've been speaking to, Chookie and Albert, asking the question, what brings happiness, what's the secret and that type of thing, both saying immediately with little thought that it's making other people happy. And that's one thing I've found, that you make life about other people and it becomes, I don't know, it becomes more rewarding. Surprisingly, I get the question a lot, like, Wayne, how do you stay so positive? You know, how are you so positive all the time? And I thought I'd just sort of make a quick comment about it. I think in life we have choices, you know, that we make, whether it be our trade-offs, our compromises, our sacrifice. Life is full of choices every day, but we can choose our emotions as well. You know, what's the alternative to not looking at the world in a positive light and being positive about how you go about things? The alternative is being negative. And I've found that, you know, if you're putting that out, that's what you're getting back. If you're putting out the good vibes, the positive vibe, I know it sounds very hippie and very woo or whatever, but it invariably comes back. Diagnosed mental illness aside, you can choose to be happy. You can, how I go about it. The world and reality is going to function regardless of what you do. What you have the ability to do, however, is filter it. You give permission to anything that affects you negatively. If someone hurts your feelings or you witness to something and it affects you in a negative way emotionally, you let it in yourself. And what I found was the more I chose to look at the world and things in a positive light, the more hardwired that became in my habit. It became so entrenched, the neurons and the pathways so solid, that it became like a default position. I don't have to try and think about it anymore. I've made a choice. That's how I want to see the world. That's how I want to engage with the world. The neural pathways have become stronger and thicker, and that's just my default position now. Can I just say, I realise when I try and explain these things, I often balls it up, so sorry if that was confusing. The Esplanade Hotel here in Fremantle is just a lovely, lovely old building. I've said it many times before, one of the joys of walking around out in the streets is you get stopped by so many subscribers. This one in particular is someone who's been badgering me. What, you were under 1,000 subscribers when you started following, yeah?
Yeah, probably a couple of years ago, Wayne.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Steve has been badgering me. You know, we talk about the finance aspect a lot and what options people use to manage their money while they're travelling. Steve has been badgering me to get a Wise card. Steve is actually in finance, so we've got someone with some sort of repute or some sort of knowledge. Steve, the advantages of that card,
Yep.
You've sort of been stressing to me you need to get one. The exchange rate's higher.
Yeah. So I got a Wise card probably 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Used it in Vietnam, used it in Bali, used it in KL, Penang. So basically, you can either have a card or you can just use the app if you wanted to.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so it's either.
So how does that work when you're at an ATM?
So if you get the card, it's just like a normal debit card.
But on the app?
On the app, you can use it for tap and go.
Right.
So basically, like with your wallet,
yeah.
So you can add that card onto your wallet, and then you can tap it to make transactions.
Yep.
But basically, the beauty is you get a better exchange rate than you would off the street.
I saw that.
So for argument's sake, Vietnamese dong, that's about 17.5 at the moment. On the streets, probably about 16.5.
Yeah.
But the rupee, like that message I put on for you recently, where it was 11.3 on the Wise card, I think on the street was about probably 10.6 when I saw your vlogs in Sanua.
Yeah.
But yeah, convenient. You don't have to carry all that cash like you've been carrying from time to time.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just super convenient. A lot of people use it now.
You're obviously travelling a lot. You work in finance yourself.
Yep.
You're getting away a couple of times a year, are you?
Yeah, probably twice a year. So I went to Penang and KL last August.
Nice.
I went to Bali in December, January the year before for New Year's with some friends. And then before that went to Da Nang and Hoi An in Vietnam the year before.
You're getting around.
And then just before then, the year prior, we went to Ho Chi Minh, Hanoi and Ha Long Bay with some friends.
So many people have been pushing me to go to Vietnam, so many. And my concern was that it's a bit over touristed and a few too many people. There's that component of, I guess, to a degree. Where should I avoid?
Where should you avoid? I wouldn't avoid anywhere.
No, you're sold on it.
But yeah, that's more the touristy stuff. If you want to get off the beaten track, you might want to.
Yeah.
There's plenty to do and see. Great country, affordable, plenty to look around. But yeah,
I might have to do it after India. Steve, thanks so much for coming up and say good day. I really appreciate it.
Welcome.
It's good to put a face. And can I say, you're exactly how I thought you'd look, being a finance man pushing the Wise card.
Yeah.
Steve's been helping me out a little bit before this recording. We having a bit of a chat about the money, and look, you know, we all know I'm a bit slow, so it's really nice to have subscribers come up and educate me a bit. Nice one, Steve. The Fremantle markets are a big draw for tourists, and lots of people go there. I'm not going to, because I just think it's a little bit gimmicky. It's got your essential oils and your incense and figurines, and there's not really much. Well, I don't think there's much of a market anyway. But what is cool is these old buildings that still stand, these limestone places. I had a friend that used to live in one of these, and one thing I noted about these walls being, you know, a couple of feet thick is the insulation factor. Great, but doesn't it have character? You know, it has a sense of history about it. You feel that there's some depth to it, some weight to it, some gravity to it. Aesthetically, it's pleasing as well, I think. There's some more over on the other corner. Fremantle would be a great place to live on a Monday morning when there's no one else around. And standing before us is the Fremantle Town Hall with its rather splendid clock tower, made out of sandstone in sandstone? I think it's sandstone in 1871. I always thought of the clock tower here as a bit of a pin in the map. That's Fremantle right there. while the markets, the foreshore, the park, the fine dining and the assortment of food you can get in Fremantle are all great draws for people that want to visit. For me, it's when I get into the back streets and get a sense of the history here and these great old buildings that yeah, it's just really easy to wander around and have a look at things. This one is under renovation, it looks like, at the moment, but yeah, Fremantle's worth a day, I think, really worth a day. A bit of a back update, it is improving, still not that comfortable putting on the shoes or bending over and feeding the cat, so we're postponing India, not flying out to India on Monday, going to put it back a week. Nothing worse than trying to get across the road in India when you've got to change direction quickly with a sore back. You might wonder why I'm bringing you into a male toilet. The reason being is I just wanted to highlight that one of the great things about Fremantle is that a lot of its buildings retain the architecture and the feel, and that's one of the great things about coming down to Fremantle. They've made a decision to keep the history and keep the architecture and keep the buildings, and it's yeah, it's really, really lovely to walk around. I've actually got something else to do here. It's time for me to head off home, and I'm going from the Fremantle railway station. It's a lovely, lovely arched entrance. I'd stand further out to give you a better view, but the sun's coming directly into the lens. Prior to its original position here prior to 1907, it was in a different spot and played an integral part of the gold rush period in Western Australia. Then after that, for World War I, it was an important tool in which to transport men and provisions. That's just about it for this one. Thanks very much for coming along for the ride. As always, I hope you're well and happy in life and doing the things you want to do. See ya.